Why, hello there, soulmates. My name is Soulkeeper. Today we're going to be talking about the latest Spider-Man 2 action figures that were released as part of the Gamerverse, I guess, line, you could call it. Yeah, line of Marvel Legends. And this is the big reveal that they had on the Hasbro Pulse fan stream yesterday. I got some mixed feelings about it, but I think some people were a little underwhelmed by what they saw, but I didn't think it was like that bad. There was some good stuff. There was some whatever stuff. That's usually how it goes whenever they reveal anything on the Marvel Legends live streams. They can't all be winners, right? Yeah, that's true enough. Action figures, man. They got released a lot of product. Some of that product isn't very good. Some of it's really good. Well, let's take a look at what they whipped up and what they shared with us yesterday on that live stream. Hello, Mahoy Manoy, how's it going? Hope that you're doing good today. What's shaking? Mahoy Manoy said hi. Hi. Alright, so check it out, guys. This one is actually a pretty cool action figure, I thought. So they showed us the Kingpin from Spider-Man 1, and I was kind of surprised to see the Kingpin of all things from Spider-Man 1, because this game came out like in 2018, man. Like, it's still a really good game. I go back and play it sometimes, but the Kingpin, really? Like, they released all the Spider-Man's 2 stuff, and the Kingpin is one of the ones that they decided to put out. I guess okay, it's just 7 years after the fact. I don't know if people are going to be banging down the door for Gamerverse Kingpin. Kingpin is actually an Amazon exclusive, guys, so if you want to get this one, it's going to have to be on Amazon, of course. And here's another look at him, soulmates. Kingpin, obviously, he comes with a couple of heads, he comes with a couple of hands, well, he comes with an extra set of hands, comes with an extra head, comes with his cane. I think I already said the extra head bit. But yeah, that's what he comes with. Deluxe action figure, obviously. That's what Hasbro considers deluxe in 2025, so be prepared to pay like $30 to $40 or something. Doing good. Watching my stream and not doing any work. Good. Good. God knows you don't want to do work while you're at work, guys. Oh. I got a poll. I'm going to put up a poll, guys. I'm going to ask you guys, which is the best Spider-Man 2 figure? Which of these is the best one that we're going to look at today? I guess we're not going to let Kingpin appear in here because he's from Spider-Man 1. But we're going to say we're going to say Venom, Black Cat, Miles Morales, or Spider-Man. It's the easiest way to do it. Because we are going to look at a couple of Spider-Mans today. Hello, Walter. How's it going? Okay, there's our poll. I put it up for everyone to engage with if they want to. Here, let's take a look at this promo image right here. Obviously, available at Amazon, like I just said. This one's going up for pre-order in March, and we get a better look at what all that Kingpin comes with if we shift over to the right. There's a couple of hands that it comes with too. There you go. There's the cane, and there's the head. Yep, Kingpin from Spider-Man 1. I'm kind of shocked that they didn't reveal a Kraven. Like, all the Spider-Man 2 stuff, and there's no Kraven amidst all this. I was just surprised to see that they're putting out Spider-Man 2 action figures at all from the video game, because it's been a year and a half. Hasbro is doing this a lot, actually, where they're waiting too damn long to put out the action figures that go along with the corresponding IP. We need to just stop and have a chat about time-sensitive content. That's what stuff like this is. Video games don't necessarily have the same staying power as, you know, a piece of comic book media or something. Like, a video game is popular for a little bit, and then it kind of just dies off after a while. And you see this sort of thing really, really obviously on, like, Twitch, because Twitch people stream games on there, and you see the categories, and when a game comes out, a lot of times it'll shoot right to the top of all those streamed categories, right? It happened with Silent Hill 2, happened with Spider-Man, happened with Resident Evil 4, happened with... name like a relatively popular game, it probably shot to the top of the categories. But then about a month passes by, maybe 2 months, and it just steadily starts to go... the player base steadily starts to go downhill, right? The time to release these would be right when Spider-Man 2 came out. If they missed that by a year and a half, I mean, they miss all the hype. No one's going to go digging around, rooting around for Spider-Man 2 action figures a year and a half after the game came out. They need to be released alongside the game. Similarly, they need to release action figures for, like... What's God, I'm having a brain fart here. They did this pretty recently with another property, too. Oh, yeah, the Spider-Man No Way Home action figures. I can't believe I forgot that. The Spider-Man No Way Home action figures, guys. 4 years of wait time between the movie and the action figures. They might as well not have even bothered making them after 4 years. That's way too long. If they couldn't release it alongside the movie, they shouldn't have even bothered. What happened to, like, the old days of making action figures when they would release the action figures along with the property, along with the game, along with the movie, etc., etc. It feels like those days are long gone, and it's not doing these action figures any favors. I don't know, guys. Just throwing some thoughts out there. So here's one of the ones that I don't think that anyone's really going to buy, but this is Spider Spirit. I think the most notable thing about this one is like the head sculpt, and also it has feet. I think it's pretty much all everyone's going to care about, unless they're just real big Spider-Man 2 fans, they're real sticklers about completing like a collection or something. Maybe. This one, guys, is a Walmart exclusive, so I mean, you'll probably be able to get it. I know we bemoan Walmart exclusives a lot because Walmart is absolutely terrible about handling action figures, but let's be real, no one's going to buy Spider Spirit. You'll be able to get them if you want them. Like, I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, yeah, trying to think of nice things to say. Yeah, the head's cool. He's got feet. Like I say, people are gonna love that. Somebody's gonna love that. It's got feet. There's all those foot guys out there are gonna be all over this one. That's like gonna be the main selling point of this one, I think, is the feet. That's kind of crazy to say, but I think that's really what's gonna move this one, is the feet, if anything. Yeah, feet. Hey, don't underestimate the power of feet. Actually, the flaming hair is really nice. I mean, I'm talking a little bit of smack about it, but yeah, the flaming hair is really good. That looks really nice. It looks very flamey, and you know, you gotta hand it to Hasbro, because on certain things they'll bust out an occasional special effect that just looks awesome. They'll like bust out the best special effects on a pretty mid-looking action figure otherwise, and you know, here we have Spider Spirit, or Spirit Spider, or whatever. Hair looks great. Got no bones to pick about that. This is what it looks like in the package, guys. Like I say, only at Walmart. Just like Kingpin, he's gonna go up for pre-order in March. Yeah, it's okay. Like, it's gonna be like $25. I feel like $25 is too expensive for what this is. I'd pay like 15 bucks for him, maybe. Maybe. 15 bucks for the foot figure. Alright, so here's like Peter Parker Anti-Venom, guys. This is another one. Here's the thing. There's going to be like a lot of repaints that we're looking at today, because they're making like all the alternate costumes and stuff from the Spider-Man 2 video game. If you guys ever play that game, I don't know how many of you did. They got tons of alternate costumes from there. I saw a few people in like the comments on social media asking like, what is this from or something? And these people very obviously never bothered to play the game. Sometimes it's kind of wild, because you'll get people that just love toys and then nothing else about the IP, and then they look at something and ask, where is this from? But if you've actually played the thing or watched the thing that the source material is based on, it's really obvious what they're doing. They're doing all those costumes from the video game. There's like 30 some. There's like I don't know how many. There's like 30 alternate costumes for Miles and Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2. I don't know. That's not an exact number. The point is, there's just a lot of alternate costumes, and this is one of them. And yeah, it's just a straight repaint of a Spider-Man action figure. It looks like it's just a straight repaint of like a Sunfire body, guys. And if you don't know what Sunfire is just one of the more popular body types they use over at Hasbro to make Marvel Legends. Yeah, he's got that little diagonal ab crunch sculpt right there. You can see it. You can see the Sunfire, and plus there's a certain shape about the thighs that just makes it really obvious. Sunfire, Sunfire, Sunfire. Sunfire's like not bad, but also it's been around for quite a while at this point. To the point where the mold is looking a little bit old. That's another thing about Marvel Legends, is that sometimes they make little changes to their molds and stuff, and like you can really tell the age of certain. You can really tell which action figures look old, right? Based on what's going on, like based on whatever body they're using, based on parts that they're using. Because sometimes when we see Bucky Cap on action figures, I don't know that they've really done anything with the Bucky Cap body recently, but it was really obvious against the newer parts that there was something ancient being used. Because the Bucky Cap body had like these real skinny legs, and they were all gummy and everything, and they looked like it. Good example of that was Baron Zemo from Walgreens. The rest of him was like all new stuff, and then they used Bucky Cap legs on him, and it was really, really obvious. And it didn't look that great. It didn't look like that bad, but the legs were kind of, So here he is in a swinging position. Just, yeah, a lot of paint on this one. About the only thing unique about him is like the head, I think. Here's what he comes with. Looks like he comes with some extra hands. I mean, real boilerplate stuff. Comes with an extra head. I guess they give him the eyes here to make it look like he's like a little bit angry. It's nice that they at least try to give him a little bit of something, right? Because otherwise, God, it's pretty bare bones. I don't think, God, $25 for this. Maybe if, like, again, maybe 15 or something. I don't want it all that badly personally, but I'm sure there's some Spider-Man fan out there who's going to be all over it. I was actually kind of surprised by this Miles Morales action figure, guys. This one is him in his Puerto Rico suit. I was a little bit impressed by it, because I thought it was just going to be like a pretty by-the-numbers repaint type thing, but then I look a little closer on it. It looks like there's a little bit of sculpting going on over here on the chest. That star is raised up, guys. This star is a relief element. So I didn't see that coming. It kind of looks like the stripes on them are relief elements too. They didn't just phone it in on this one. They actually added all the lines and all that jazz. So it's not bad. Yeah, like it's obviously an alternate costume, but they did okay with this Miles Morales release. I think I actually like this one a little bit better than the regular Gamerverse release that they did not that long ago. There was a Gamerverse Miles Morales release they did in the Armadillo wave of Marvel Legends. God, probably 3 years ago, something like that. I forget how long ago the Armadillo wave came out, but yeah, it was like 2021, I'm pretty sure. Like tail end of 2021, I want to say. Something like that. Here's another view of what it looks like, guys. Get a better look of what it looks like when he's not in like that promo photograph pose. Yeah. He looks about as good as he does in the promo photograph. Yeah, like I say, you look at him from certain angles, you can tell like just what's going on here. Look, you can see little textures on like the chest over here. You can see the raised element there. You can very clearly see the ridges of the star. So it's not just a paint deco. And it looks like he comes with some extra hands too. Okay, well, all the Spider-Mans come with extra hands. Why are we really surprised by any of that? Looks like Black Cat and Spider-Man are head-to-head in the poll right now, guys. We currently have 6 votes. Now, cast your votes what you think the Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 action figure was, Soulmates. Alright, here's his backside. Yeah, I might be able to get a better look at this. Okay. Yeah, you look really close. Just a boring Miles suit in general. Well, yeah. It's not, well, I mean, Miles Morales' suit isn't the most exciting suit in the world, I don't think, but... And I'm not banging down the door for a Puerto Rico suit Miles Morales, but... It's not bad looking. Like, you can very clearly see you can very clearly see the divisions in the suit back here on the stripes. So they didn't cheap out on the work over there. That looks pretty good. Paint's a little bit kind of, well, just looking at that, paint's a little bit messy. It's all right. I don't know who's going to be rushing out to get Puerto Rico Miles Morales, but some happy collector out there is going to just be all over this one. It's a pretty cool pose. I like this pose from this photograph. Yeah. Hats off to the guys doing the photograph work. Very nice. It makes it look way more appealing than it actually is. Like I said, there's going to be someone out there who's just going to love this one. There's a Marvel Legends action figure for everybody, it seems like. Alright, so check it out, guys. This is like the one that I think most people are probably going to be really into, or at least one of the ones. Crazy how we got brand new sculpts for all these suits, and not many people want, but a straight repaint for the main Peter suit. Are we talking about, like, the symbiote Spider-Man one? I would say, you know, it's kind of wild how they'll bust out new sculpts for things that, like, nobody really wants, but they'll just do repaints on the action figures that obviously people really want. Like, oh yeah, we're talking about like we're talking about like that $35 Spider-Man action figure that came out like 2 years ago. No, when the hell did it come out? Like a year and a half. It came out it came out right around the time the game came out, I think. They got that one out the door for 35 smackaroos. That one, I think we showed that one off here on on one of these streams not that long ago. It was $35. It was a straight repaint of a Spider-Man Renew Your Vows body, and every single thing about it was paint deco. That every single detail, it was the most half-assed piece of merchandise I ever saw. It was very obviously a rush job. They had zero planning going into it. It was kind of embarrassing to look at, man. And the thing of it is that video games take a while to make. Like, what were they doing the whole time that Sony was in production making the video game? It took them like 5 years to make Spider-Man 2. What was Hasbro doing? Movies and video games take time. Like, they have the time to put into these action figures if they even bother to do anything. Were they just not allowed near the production materials or something? Because that seems silly. How's Hasbro supposed to do their job if that's the case? I don't believe it. Spidey Puerto Rico, Hugo says. Actually kind of cool. See, that's what I thought too. I didn't think it was bad. I don't want it necessarily, but I didn't think it's a bad action figure. I thought it looked kind of neat. What if Miles became Captain America? See? The ideas just sell themselves. I think we have to just compartmentalize these ideas of, it might not necessarily be an action figure I want. Here's the thing about collecting, guys. I notice a lot of people seem to combine the ideas of an action figure they might not necessarily want with it being a bad action figure. If it's something they don't want, they think it's a bad action figure. This was the case with the Eternals line from a couple of years ago. A bunch of people listed it as the worst Marvel Legends of like 2021, or I think it was 2021 that they came out. Something like that. But the action figures weren't even bad. No one wanted them. But were they bad? No, not really. I've noticed a lot of collectors have difficulty breaking those ideas down into separate categories, compartmentalizing them, and acknowledging that this might be a good action figure, but I simply don't want it for my collection. Heyo Dick, how's it going? Hope you're doing good today, dude. What's shaking? I'm just talking about Spider-Man action figures because a bunch of them were revealed yesterday. Now I'm off on one of my rants again. Still under the weather, making it by. How am I? I'm alright. It's just talking. I made a bunch of new videos today. I made a couple of new videos for today. I had kind of fun putting them. It was pretty easy putting them together. I kind of just talked into the camera and had the images by my side while I was making the video. So I just wanted to get the video out immediately. So I kept it very simple and just had the pictures by my side while I was talking. I wanted to make it as easy to edit as possible, and that's how I did it. Like sometimes I can goose it up and have the images doing all kinds of things and everything, but that takes a while to edit on like time sensitive content, you know what I mean? And that's what this is. That's what we're talking about today, partially. Thank you, Mahoy Manoy. Well, Odick, I think people underestimate just how much talking I can actually do. You'd like the metallic paint app on Icarus. Never thought about it, but you liked it. See? You might not want it for your collection, but like I say, they weren't bad action figures. People just gave it crap because nobody wanted them. And, well, you can always tell the difference between people who talk seriously about action figures versus people who just think with their feelings when they talk about action figures. But anyway, I digress, guys. Back to Spidey here. So this is Black Suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2 PS5. This is the action figure I think a lot of people, if they want any Spider-Man 2 action figures, this is probably going to be the one. And it does have quite a bit of detail on it, guys. There's no butterfly joints on them. That surprised me, actually, because, I don't know, with Spider-Man, I always think of butterfly joints. It just feels like something that we should see on a Spider-Man action figure, but they're not there. He's got a lot of texture work on this costume here. You can see some of the lines from what Harry's wearing during the beginning course of the game. You can see like the texture of the costume. That's just it's all bumpy. It's all modeled and stuff. It's really kind of grotesque looking. It's cool. I like that. And then this spider insignia over here is actually raised up. You can very clearly see all the ridges, all the shadows in it. It is not just a flat element. It's very cool. Reminds you of a xenomorph. Exactly. And that's what's so cool about it. That's one of the best things about that game, man. I hope they make a symbiote surge version of Spidey. You know, don't count them out. They might do it. They released all these other repaints. Maybe they will. I have to believe that they're going to do something more with this body and make like an anti-venom suit or something like that. They'll probably crank out a few more of these Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse figures, depending on if these sell well. I don't know if they will, because Spider-Man 2, came out a year and a half ago. Maybe if they come out with the initial wave when the game came out, come out with a second wave, maybe a month or two after, about something like that, maybe then these would have done great. Year and a half after the fact, guys. I don't know. Do you think that people are going to bite on these? So, also, it looks like he comes with a web effect, by the way. And this web effect is more of like a symbiote effect. Like, you can tell that they've modeled it after a web effect because it's got the little gripper over here on his hand that fits around it. But also it flares out into multiple tendrils, right? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. It's very obvious that they're using like the web as a base. And it kind of looks like, well, here's the thing. It does look like a little bit like web, but it's very obviously a new piece here because, like, look at that. It flares off in like 4 separate tendrils, man. You'll probably only buy Black Suit Spidey and Venom. See, that's kind of where I think a lot of people are going to be. Black Suit Spidey and Venom. If they had made it a Kraven action figure, I think people would have gone for that too, because, Kraven was one of the main stars of the game. It is absolutely bananas to me that they didn't release a Kraven here. A Kingpin instead of a Kraven. Brother, what the hell? It's obvious that they should have released Kraven. It's cool that they made a Black Cat action figure. That was pretty nice. I actually liked Black Cat, but she didn't have much screen time in Spider-Man 2. Unfortunately. Even though I really like her character. So there's what Spider-Man looks like standing straight up. Not bad looking. A little bit limited on like shoulder articulation compared to other Spider-Man action figures, but he ain't bad looking. I'm actually kind of surprised they gave him the torso rocker, guys. I kind of thought that on this one they would have you would have bought Kingpin if he had purple pants and a white jacket. Well, he didn't wear purple pants and a white jacket in Spider-Man the video game. He wore a black suit. I'm kind of surprised they didn't give him the waist swivel and the ab crunch for this, because obviously the torso rocker here breaks up the spider design. So, I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I'm just mentioning it because it seems like they've been giving the waist swivel and the ab crunch to a lot of different characters to prevent breaking up their design recently. Like, for instance, they did that on Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. They did that on Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. And they both feature waist swivel and ab crunch instead of the ab crunch and the torso rocker. Is it bad? No, it's not bad. It's just a surprise because they, frankly, have less design to break up than, well, maybe not Wolverine. Deadpool has less design than Spider-Man does to break up. You missed the waist swivel. What do you miss about the waist swivel? I've really enjoyed the torso rocker. I wasn't sure how to feel about the torso rocker at first, but after extensive experience with it and playing around with it on like Beast and Venom, it made me a believer. I didn't know what to do with it at first because it was so new and different. I had it on Dark Beast and I had it on Venom, and I was just looking at them going, where's the waist swivel? What happened? What's this? Oh, they got this, like, this rocker thing? Oh, this is weird. I don't know if I like this. And then, like, I played around with it, and I realized, oh, this actually isn't bad. This has a lot of movement, guys. This works for me. And ever since then, I've kind of just gradually accepted it. I'm still not mad if I get waist swivels, but they do tend to feel a little bit old to me right now in 2025. But I've seen a lot of mixed reception for the torso rockers from collectors. Now, McFarlane Toys, in regards to torso rockers, they've never used anything but torso rockers. Their torso rockers are kind of hit and miss. Sometimes their torso rockers are really good. Sometimes they're really limited. The one that was on, like, Nightfall Batman a little while ago, that was a really good torso rocker. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen, I think. I'm sure there's some other ones that, if I go looking and really think about it, I'll come up with even more. But when they're really on their game over at McFarlane, they really have some good ab stuff going on if they just try. Waist swivel and torso rocker. Oh, that's a unique combination. You know, I actually have a few Toy Biz action figures that have that combination. I distinctly remember Brown Costume Wolverine from Series 6 of Toy Biz having a waist swivel and a torso rocker. Because, well, Toy Biz was just playing around with their articulation, and it worked pretty decent, to be honest. It wasn't bad. I'm pretty sure that Hulkbuster Iron Man from Toy Biz also has a waist swivel and a torso rocker. I'm sure if we go looking around, we can find even more. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, well, they didn't really have torso rockers initially over at Toy Biz. They had like a concept for a torso rocker, but it really didn't move. Like, ab articulation was very limited at the time. They didn't really know what to do with it at that point. They had the waist swivel and, like, an idea for a rocker on Captain America and Iron Man. And pretty sure they did Hulk as well, but we all know how that turned out. Anyway, that's Black Suit Spider-Man, guys. Not a bad looking deal. Pretty good action figure. I like what they're doing with him here. This one is a repaint of the Miles Morales action figure. This is his upgraded suit. This is just like that Spider-Man 2 action figure they released in the Armadillo wave, guys, with a straight repaint. It's alright. Don't need it. It doesn't look like the other Miles Morales action figure. Obviously, here's the waist swivel and the ab crunch. I don't like it as well. Maybe people are gonna have different opinions about this, but it's just not grabbing me the same way. I don't know. I don't like the look of that. I really don't like it. Like, that just, it feels wrong to me. He does have some nice special effects, though, like the things that attach to his hands over here. Check it out. He's got, like, these spider punch effects, or whatever you call them. It's good looking. Yeah. Attaching those, not bad. I don't know, this just doesn't grab me the same way. But obviously it isn't for, this line isn't necessarily for me, and that's okay. Not everything's got to be for me. Here's what he comes with, guys. Pretty light on, like, accessories. He comes with 2 sets of extra hands. Comes with his spider effects on one hand. And then straight repaint of the Miles Morales Spider-Man 2 body. Well, I guess is this Spider-Man 2? I can't remember if it was Spider-Man 2 or if it was just based on, like, his appearance in Miles Morales, the Miles Morales video game. Because that was a thing too, right? I can't remember. I think it's supposed to be based on Spider-Man 2. Maybe. I can't remember, guys. How about a torso rocker, ab crunch, and waist swivel? A torso rocker, ab crunch, and waist swivel. That seems like a little superfluous, to be honest. Because if the torso rocker already does the swivel, it just seems like it's too much. Like, I initially thought at the time that, yeah, there would be a waist swivel, but after playing around with it, I saw why they got rid of it, because I don't know that the waist swivel added all that much. I think I've had an action figure that had that particular combination. I remember thinking at the time that it was, in fact, too much. I wish I could remember which action figure it was, but I'm almost certain that I've come across one that had a torso rocker, an ab crunch, and a waist swivel. It was just like this abomination of articulation that, well, cool to have. Functionally, it was just like having too many flavors on your cake. The cake looks tasty, but then you have your cake and realize, we could have left this off. Here's what the upgraded suit looks like, guys. This is what it looks like in the box. Boom, smack, there it is. Gamerverse, upgraded suit Miles Morales. Soon to be up for pre-order with all the others. Actually, I don't remember when these go up for pre-order. I think these go up for pre-order like next week or something like that. Yeah, they go up for pre-order, I'm pretty sure, earlier than like Kingpin and Spirit Spider do, because those two go up for pre-order in March. These, I'm pretty sure, go up for pre-order at the end of February. This is one of my favorites from this entire, like, set of reveals, guys. Black Cat. I was a big fan of her character in the DLC as well as, like, Spider-Man 2. Well, I liked her better in the DLC than how she was used in Spider-Man 2. They didn't do that much with her, but I'm glad they made an action figure of her, because this captures her look pretty much perfectly. It's got the fullness of her face reeled down. Yeah, she went to Paris. She sure did. They kind of just sent her off to Paris. It was kind of disappointing. I felt like she could have been a big part of the video game, and instead they just shipped her off to Paris. Cool, Insomniac. Nice. She comes with the Wand of Fatum. She comes with these claw hands. She's cool looking. I like this action figure. I like the high heels. I like the line work. I really love that the ladies now are getting more and more of the ab crunch and the torso rocker themselves. I feel like it's really upping the quality of the ladies. And one of my biggest things that I didn't like about the lady action figures for the longest time was that their torsos were just more limited than, like, the guys were. And I kept saying, when are they gonna, like, beef these up? When are they gonna make them more posable? Because right now all they get is this torso rocker and nothing else. Now it feels like, okay, now we're really cooking with grease. Now we're finally getting some real good lady action figures. I'm actually kind of excited about what they're doing with the ladies right now at this point. I'm probably more excited about the ladies than I am anything else coming from Marvel Legends, just based on this new ab articulation they're throwing in there. It's cool. I like it. I can't wait to see what more characters they make with it. This is one of the most interesting action figures of the wave to me. I would put this one right up there with Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom in terms of desirability. Thanks for all those likes, guys. Here's what Black Cat looks like, just all by her lonesome, just standing straight up. Probably maybe about to leave through the portal. Yeah. If you guys played the Spider-Man games, you'll recognize her. And if you haven't played the Spider-Man games, guys, like, what are you even doing? You should play the Spider-Man games. I will say, though, like, Spider-Man 2 got rid of the original Spider-Man from 2018. They got rid of the Peter Parker from that game and then replaced him with, like, a Tom Holland knockoff. It's one of my least favorite things about Spider-Man 2. Like, as long as Spider-Man's in his suit in the game, I can grin and bear it. But, like, whenever I look at the Tom Holland knockoff while I'm playing Spider-Man 2, just, it downgrades the game for me. And every time he's standing beside Mary Jane in the game, like, it looks like she's dating a kid. Whereas in Spider-Man 2018, it looked like they were about on the same age level. He looks like he's still in high school, doesn't he? Hello, Ultimate Mango. How are you today? Hope you're doing good. All right, so I like this pose, guys. This pose that they did was really kind of choice. Very, 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 I don't know, what's the right word? Seductive? Yeah. Very playful. I love that. And she's even got that, she's hugging that wand of Watum to her. Yeah. What a cool action figure. Really well done on this one, Hasbro. Easily one of, like, the top 3 from today, from the reveals that we saw from Gamerverse. Or at least, I think it's just one of the top ones they revealed yesterday. You like mangoes? I like mangoes too. Mangoes are good. One of my favorite flavors. Okay, let me just check something. We are good, soulmates. Excuse me. Alright, so here's a Brooklyn suit Miles Morales. This is one of the ones that they dumped a lot of time and effort into, surprisingly. He comes with these boilerplate web effects. We saw these with Miles Morales pretty recently too. I'm pretty sure we saw them with the Spider-Man 2 Peter Parker release as well. The one that was just a straight repaint and they sold for $35 because Hasbro was high that day, I guess. Well, Hasbro's got a lot of days like that sometimes. Thankfully, they've, I don't know. I think Hasbro has gotten a little bit better about things since then, but I still can't believe they sold that for $35. Jesus Christ, that was ridiculous. Alright, here's the back of them. This one's got some pretty nice work going on like the baggy pants, the line work, the armor, the paint job. Like, this is kind of a crazy looking action figure for something that probably no one's gonna buy. I don't know. Is anyone gonna go get a Brooklyn suit Miles Morales action figure? Like, I know no one's probably gonna buy it, but God, he looks pretty cool. He looks like it. They did a bang up job on him. Like, cheers to that. Like, get on with your bad selves. I'm glad they're cranking it out, but why him? Why? You wouldn't buy it for $1. I would buy it if it was like maybe 50% off or something. Yeah, if it was 50% off, I'd hem and haw over it just based on the quality of the action figure. It looks nice. It does. And I'm a sucker for like good sculpting work. Just like admiring those unusual sculptures. Do I think they'll make a second wave? I think it depends entirely on how this one does, and I don't know that I would get my hopes up about that, because they've released a lot of action figures here that are just, you know, kind of repaints of costumes, and also makes of costumes that I think a lot of, like, these... How do I put this? I think that Hasbro doesn't necessarily understand their audience for their Marvel Legends line. the people who are going and buying the Marvel Legends line don't necessarily have a lot of interest in, like, the games or the movies that go along with these products. Maybe on a very superficial level they do, but, like, they're not going to look at this and go, yes, I must have this. They're mostly just interested in toys, and they're interested in toys of very basic things from their childhood, I think is the takeaway here. That seems to be like the general consensus that I picked up across talking about action figures for a long period of time. People are looking for those dopamine nostalgia hits, and this, while very cool looking, doesn't give collectors that dopamine hit of nostalgia. Still, I like him. I think he's a good action figure. So, as an aside, guys, they also show, curiously, amidst all these other reveals, why does Hasbro always, like, blow their wad on reveals? Why don't they just gradually release certain things like Todd McFarlane's DC Multiverse does? Like, Todd McFarlane's DC Multiverse doesn't just blow their whole wad on reveals all at once. They say, hey, guess what, we got this, check it out. And then, like, they show off one, a few days later they'll show off another. But no, Hasbro has to do, like, these live streams where they just blow their wad all in one go. And then, like, then we get a look at X-23 and Warpath along with Spider-Man Gamerverse. I like X-23. Warpath is not that bad. Warpath kind of has some elements on him that look a little bit old, but I don't think he's that bad. I like his torso. His torso is really cool. The legs, they're beefy. They're jacked looking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like these as well as the other ones that we've seen today. Like, there's some positive stuff about her, but, like, I'm kind of missing seeing the updated torso on the ladies. But she's not bad looking. She's okay. Yeah, she's not so bad. Here's another look at her, guys. Looks like all that's really different about her is that she's got some new boots on her. Otherwise, I think this is kind of a boilerplate lady body. She's got a new head too. Oh, dude, you know what kind of sucks? The claws on her feet don't retract. I have an X-23 action figure from Toy Biz where there's a hinge on these little claws, and they fold neatly underneath into her foot, but that doesn't happen here on the Hasbro action figure. So they just completely got rid of that piece of engineering, I guess. I don't like that as well. I feel like it's such a fun feature that I kind of miss that. Like, is she just gonna do these come off? I have a Wolverine featuring her where they just kind of come off. They can pull them out. Yeah, but that looks like shit. You can pull them out. That's just cheap and lazy. That sucks. You can pull them out. Cool. So now we got a big gap in her toe. We got to get a big old gap in her toe. At least on the hinge, you got a cool action feature. Instead, you just got a big old gap with no action feature. Which is more exciting? Well, having the little action feature. Yeah, the hole is still there, but at least you got a fun piece of engineering to play around with. You got, like, oh, guess what? Ah, yeah. Then you can just pretend like maybe it's snicked out or something. I don't know. Hasbro's getting lazy with their engineering. Cough up a hinge. I don't know. I think the big thing, I think that people, I don't know, I'm concentrating on things that other people are not concentrating on. The big to-do about this one is that he's got pins. Whatever, man, who cares? He's got pins. Oh, woe is us, what will we do? All the customizers out there are probably going to be very thrilled that he's got pins, so, hats off to them, guys. I don't care that he has pins. I'm going to put it out there. I don't care that he's got pins. It's not a big deal to me. Pins or whatever. Like, people are all about pinless joints. She's got pinless joints. It's cool she's got pinless joints, but honestly, it doesn't really move the needle to me. I'm just looking at him and thinking, well, he looks alright. I like his body. Kind of feels like they made the body here look a little bit older to match his arms and legs. It's kind of nice. Like, he looks like an action figure from 2015. Kind of uncanny just how much the entire package looks like it belongs to 2015. Yeah, I'm trying to work up the enthusiasm for this one. I'm just having a hard time doing it. It's all right. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good pose. Look at that. Oh yeah. All right, that one looks pretty cool. God, he looks jacked. Guy looks like he ate like all the protein in the room. No protein powder for the X-Men, guys. That's why they're all so skinny. Why Cyclops looks like a beanpole and Warpath looks like he could bench press a house. They got more pictures of X-23 and Warpath than they do all the Spider-Man action figures. What's going on, guys? They got so many pictures of X-23 and Warpath, and then they got like maybe 4 pictures of Black Suit Spider-Man. What are these priorities over at Hasbro? I don't know. Ironically, I think that X-23 and Warpath are probably, well, I don't know, they might, I was about to say, they might sell better than like the Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse stuff, but I don't know about that. Nah, I don't know about that. I think that the Spider-Man stuff is still going to reign supreme. I think that the Spider-Man stuff is still going to clear. Easy. Alright, so here's like one of the big ones again, guys. This is Venom. This Venom action figure looks absolutely ginormous. Like, look at the size comparison of the upgraded suit Miles Morales compared to Venom. He literally goes up to Venom's hip. So that seems to indicate to me that this is a completely new action figure. I thought initially that they were just using a movie Venom body for this one. But I don't think so. Nope. Like, he's got some new feet, looks like there. He's got... obviously, it looks like his torso is completely new because there's very obviously sculpting work on that one. This figure looks absolutely enormous. I think this one is going to be really expensive. I think this is probably going to wind up being like... God, it's got to be at least $60, maybe even $75 or something. Because it looks like it's double the size of a regular Marvel Legend. It might be... maybe I'll be nice and say 50. No, it'll probably be like 60. Yeah. It'll probably be like 60. Just watch, it'll wind up being 75, and I'm just gonna fall back in my chair. I bet it'll be $85. Oh man, solid blueberry over here. The Optimist, Spider Tax. Oh, that's right, Pimp Daddy, got that right. Okay. Yeah, this one's gonna be really expensive. He's absolutely huge. You don't really see it until you just compare Miles Morales to him, but good lord, he's enormous. I mean, he was pretty big in the video game, so that makes sense. It's just, whew. Yeah, it's a stark reminder of just how huge he is. So, fun thing about this one, guys, he actually comes with a spit effect, like a slime effect for his mouth. This is like the coolest thing about this one, I think. The tongue is really, really long. It reminds me so much of Eric Larson's Venom. But I never expected to see a slime effect to go along with Venom, but there it is. And I'm kind of glad they did it because it looks so cool. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to keep doing this with Venom action figures going forward. Because that's really neat looking, guys. But, like, aside from that, you can kind of get a sense of just what's going on here with the body. Like, the entire insignia that he has. Just a lot of mottled texture all over the body. We saw a lot of this kind of texture on the movie Venom action figure. But then, you know, there's this insignia here that's sculpted into the body, too. This, I'm trying to get a sense of what's going on here with his body. It looks like there's a torso rocker over there. But I'm trying to... It kind of looks like there's... It kind of looks like there's a torso... What the... Did they say what the hell is going on here? 'Cause it looks like it's a torso rocker. It looks like it's a double torso rocker or something. Excuse me, it looks like it's a double ab crunch. Because he doesn't seem like his torso really moves around all that well in all these photographs that we're looking at. Yeah. I'm focusing less on that. I'm focusing more on the slime effect. I'm kind of captured by the slime effect on this. It's literally my favorite thing about this. Alright, here's what it comes with. Here's what it comes with. It comes with a couple extra hands, comes with the tentacle effects, or the slime, or the symbiote effects. Comes with an extra head. I don't like the extra head. It looks like it's got too much jaw. Yeah. This one I like. This one, nah. And also it comes with the slime effect. And also, apparently he's absolutely enormous. This one's gotta be like... This one's gotta be like 12 inches tall or something, guys. Here he is in his package. He's got this oversized package here. God, I just know this is good. I think that Saw Blueberry might be right. I think this is probably going to be like 85 bucks or something. I will be surprised if it's like less than 75. Yeah, that white insignia he has is really hiding his articulation on the upper part of his body. Hulked out Venom with a hulked out price. The engineering on that is pretty good if it's hiding the articulation so well. That's kind of nice to see. Like, it's very obvious where like the separations are, but like it's kind of hard to tell what's going on with him because part of him is black and then part of him is white, and it seems like the articulation is following the lines of the insignia, right? Or the symbol, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at our poll, guys. It looks like Venom is winning with 53% of the vote. I'm surprised Venom is winning. Got 15 votes. Venom is winning. 53%. Overwhelmingly, Venom is winning. I'm kind of surprised Venom is walking away with it like he is. But I guess this is a pretty unique action figure. And also, like, I don't know how many of you guys played Spider-Man 2 on PS5, or I guess now it's available on PC, but I played it on PS5. I got mixed feelings about the way that Venom was portrayed in the game, but I didn't think it was like, I don't know. I kind of missed having a more traditional Venom. You know what I mean, guys? Hello there, Goku Gaming. Hope you're doing good today. I missed having a traditional Venom in that game. What they did was unique, but like it kind of cuts out a lot of Spider-Man lore to make it happen, and then it kind of mixes and matches a lot of other Spider-Man lore to make it happen too. So now you prefer Venom being smaller. I think I can understand what you mean there, and I think I can get on board with that too, because it feels like the size is a little too overboard. Like, I'm okay with Venom being significantly taller, but like twice the size is kind of nuts. Venom being like a whole head taller than Spider-Man is pretty par for the course. That seems pretty normal. Yeah, being Eddie Brock is kind of a big deal too, because it wasn't Eddie Brock in the video game. I don't want to spoil it for people, but it wasn't Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock is nowhere near the Spider-Man video game. I think that takes a lot of the wind out of this Venom sales, just knowing that it's not Eddie Brock. And I think a lot of people had the same criticism, that Eddie Brock is such an integral part of the Spider-Man mythos that taking him out of the equation and having Venom without Eddie Brock, it doesn't hit the same. And the rivalry that we saw in the game, it doesn't hit the same. Maybe, Solid. Maybe. Oh, buddy. Alright, soulmates. Thanks for all those likes, guys. Alright, I feel like there was something else I was going to mention, and now I'm having kind of a brain fart. Well, anyway, I believe that these are all coming up for pre-order soon. Well, obviously, the Spirit Spider and Kingpin are coming up for pre-order in March. Pretty sure the other Spider-Man action figures are coming up for pre-order like next week or something. My favorites from all of these are Venom, Black Suit Spider-Man, Black Cat, and I guess the Brooklyn suit Miles Morales was kind of cool. I have a hard time saying that any of these are action figures that I would necessarily have to have in my collection. I feel like a lot of collectors are probably in the same boat. If this were closer to the Spider-Man PS5, Spider-Man 2 PS5 release, I could see it. I could get a little bit more into it, but like it's so long after the fact that all the hype is gone. Also, where's Kraven the Hunter? Why are they holding out on Kraven the Hunter? Like, Kraven the Hunter was a huge part of that game. Kraven the Hunter was the antagonist of the entire, like, first half of the game, at least. First half, maybe even 2/3. And then, where's the Lizard? The Lizard was part of that game, too. But he wasn't as big of a part as Kraven, but still, he was there. There were, like, 3 Spider-Man enemies in that entire game. There was Venom, there was Lizard, and then there was Kraven. Bruh, where's Kraven? We're getting Kingpin instead of Kraven. Make it make sense, man. So do I think they're going to make another wave of Spider-Man 2 action figures after this? I think that, well, it depends on how this does, but not having a Kraven I think was a big mistake. I think that having a Kraven and having a Venom would have been the right call. And I don't even know that they would have had to put Kraven in like a crazy oversized box or make him a deluxe action figure or anything like that. I think they could have gotten away with making Kraven kind of a standard release. Well, Kraven's... I don't know. Yeah, they could have done it. Kraven's a big dude, but he would have fit in a standard box. They didn't have to do anything crazy with him. But no Kraven, guys. You would buy a Lizard figure, he's pretty cool. Yeah, they could have done that instead of Kingpin. I think that would have been better. Like, there's some good stuff going on here, but also there's some nonsensical stuff. Kingpin. Not a bad action figure, it's alright, but also it's from a video game that was released in 2018. Okay, that's cool. Well, I think if you already have a Kingpin, you'll probably be happy with the one you already have. Unless you're just a big Spider-Man video game fan, in which case, go for it. Just likes, guys. Hello, Jared. How's it going? Hope that you're good today. Just talking about the new Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse action figures. And my main question right now is, where is Kraven? Not too bad, how about me? I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. Put out a couple of videos today. Hopefully people enjoy them. And I decided to come on here and talk about these for a little bit. Do a little bit of a rant. Hey, sometimes I like ranting. Matter of fact, this might be a good place to put a pin in it, guys. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out during this rant, guys. Appreciate you all being here. Hope to see you again very soon here on this channel, guys. And I'll catch you again next time, everyone. No price off the bat. The big issue with Hasbro. Yeah, they don't do that because they want you... They don't want to ruin their rep. But we all know we all know about those prices. We saw the Maximum Series price. You know this price is probably going to be like $75 or something. They never mention prices because they don't want people to, like, be in an uproar on social media. They know they're going to get it with both barrels if they talk about price. Well, maybe they should price their action figures more accordingly. This is this is about 12 inches tall, so this one's probably going to be like at least $50. It'll be more than $50. I know that. We all know it. It'll be like 70 or something. I don't know. Something crazy. Anyway, have a great day. In the meantime, guys, I'll see you again soon. When will my next live be? Probably like Monday. Probably Monday. Yeah, I'll probably be back here on YouTube on Monday. I'll see you again soon, guys. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you later. See you later, Jared. See you, Mahoi Manoi. See you, Blueberry, and see you, everyone else who's still here. See you next time, guys.